Daniel Carter was known across New York, not just as a successful tech mogul, but as a devoted single father. After his wife passed away unexpectedly when their son Liam was only 2, Daniel stepped away from the spotlight, focusing all his energy on raising his child. Wealth was never a problem, but happiness? That had been in short supply. Now 7 years old, Liam was a bright, artistic boy, loved by his teachers and adored by his father. But he had one strange and heartbreaking issue. He had developed a mysterious allergy, one that only seemed to appear around women his father dated. It started with mild reactions, sneezing fits, itchy eyes. Then came the rashes. And one evening, during a quiet dinner with a woman Daniel had been seeing for 2 months, Liam suddenly broke out in hives, struggling to breathe. He had to be rushed to the ER. Tests revealed no new food allergies, no environmental triggers. One specialist suggested the reactions were psychosomatic, born from emotional stress rather than physical allergens. The theory made sense. Liam had only ever had one woman in his life who meant everything: his mom. Every woman who tried to step into that role triggered fear, anxiety, and confusion. His little body simply couldn't handle it. Daniel was crushed. He began to feel as if he was destined to live alone forever. One chilly afternoon in November, while picking Liam up from school, Daniel noticed his son working intently on a sculpture in the art room. Beside him was a young woman with paint on her apron and a kind smile on her face. "That's Miss Ella," Liam said cheerfully as he ran toward his father. "She helped me with the clay." Daniel nodded politely at the teacher. "Thanks for looking after him." Ella smiled, wiping her hands. "He's a talented kid. Has an eye for shapes most adults miss." There was no flirtation, no expectation, just honesty. Over the next week, Daniel found himself lingering outside the art room a little longer. Ella never treated him like a celebrity or a potential partner. She spoke about art therapy, about children's emotions, and occasionally about her love for quiet walks in Central Park. Liam adored her, but Daniel was cautious. He didn't want another episode, another hospital trip. One rainy Saturday, the school held a charity art event. Parents were welcome to volunteer. Ella was leading the painting section, and Liam begged his dad to come. The three of them ended up seated at a small table, laughing and painting like they'd known each other forever. And that day, something incredible happened. Liam didn't react at all. No sneezing, no itching, no anxiety. For the first time in years, Daniel saw his son completely at ease in the company of a woman who wasn't his mother. That night, as Daniel tucked Liam into bed, he asked gently, "You like Miss Ella, huh?" Liam nodded sleepily. "She's not like the other ones, Dad. She doesn't want to take your heart. She just wants to be our friend." Daniel's heart skipped a beat. Maybe this time could be different. Over the following weeks, Daniel found himself volunteering more at the school, especially for Ella's weekend art workshops. It wasn't a calculated move. He just enjoyed being around her. She had a calming presence that soothed his overworked mind and his son's delicate emotions. But still, he kept his feelings guarded. Liam's mysterious allergy wasn't something he wanted to test again. He'd seen how devastating one emotional misstep could be for a child still healing from the loss of his mother. Then, one Saturday afternoon, the school held a family art day, inviting all parents and guardians to join a canvas painting project. Daniel was hesitant. He hadn't picked up a paintbrush since college, and crowds weren't really his thing, but Liam wanted him there. When Daniel arrived, he saw Liam already seated next to Ella, laughing while dabbing paint on a giant sunflower. The moment Liam saw his dad, his face lit up. "Come paint with us, Dad." So Daniel sat beside them. The three painted in peaceful rhythm, like a family that had always been meant to exist. No allergies, no fear, just joy. After the event, as Daniel helped Ella clean up, He took a chance. "Would you like to grab a coffee sometime?" he asked, trying to sound casual. Ella hesitated, not out of disinterest, but uncertainty. "Are you asking as a friend, or something more?" Daniel was honest. "I'm not sure yet, but I'd like to find out, with your comfort and Liam's peace in mind." She smiled, nodding slowly. "Okay, but no expectations. Let's just get to know each other." Their first few outings were always with Liam. Walks in the park, visits to the museum, painting sessions in the schoolyard. With every interaction, Liam grew more comfortable. Not just with Ella, but with the idea that his father might love again. One evening, after a particularly joyful afternoon painting at home, Liam looked up at his father and said something. That caught Daniel off guard. "Dad," he whispered, "you can like Miss Ella. I don't think Mom would mind." Daniel's throat tightened. "You really think so?" Liam nodded. "She makes us happy, and Mom always wanted us to be happy." That night, Daniel sat across from Ella at a quiet cafe. He told her everything about Liam's reactions, the failed relationships, the guilt, the fear. Ella listened. No judgment, no promises, just understanding. "I'm not here to take your wife's place," she said softly, "but I'd be honored to have a small corner in Liam's heart, and maybe yours too." From then on, things grew naturally. No rush, no dramatic declarations, just healing, trust, and quiet love. Months later, on Liam's 8th birthday, Daniel invited a few close friends and teachers to their home. Among them, Ella. As she handed Liam a sketchbook wrapped in brown paper, he beamed and ran to her, hugging her tightly. "Thanks, Miss Ella," he grinned. "You're the best." Daniel watched them, his heart full. Liam hadn't sneezed in months, no hives, no panic. Because this time, his heart wasn't being replaced. It was just growing, with someone who loved it just the way it was.